Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building. Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, Batman. What do you say? What do you hear? What is happening? 4-0.
They call me Shake Man.
Shake Man. Shake Man is in town today. Where you been? Where you been hiding?
I've been in my bat cave all day. But I'm ready to talk about this game, though. I'm ready to talk about it.
Oh,
4-0.
Joey. You gave you gave away your disguise. You're not supposed to do it. There may be Cowboy fans out there who now know the Shake Man is really Joey Shakes. They might know it.
Right.
You know, what the hell? Man, what a game today, Joey.
Yeah.
I have to say this. I thought this was their most impressive win of the season because we were all waiting for adversity. We were all waiting to see how they would handle it when they went down. And they came right out and they fall down 14-0 really quick. Really quick.
Yeah, it was a game where, like you talked about adversity, it was a game where you want to see what this team was made of. If you want to see that, this was the perfect game out of the weather situation, all that stuff where both teams are going to be dealing with the same issue during this game. You're down 14-0, and even my live chat today, like there was Eagles fans already closing the door and saying this was done. I mean, to be honest with you, that Trevor Lawrence fumbled, the one where he fumbled it himself, that wide open, the receiver was wide open on that play. It could have been 21-0. They could have dug himself a big hole right there, but they came back and got it done, man. They got it done.
That fourth down changed the whole momentum of the game, you know. It really did. Let me say hi to everybody in here. Wyatt, what's going on? What's up, Batman? Eagles Top Nation, what's up, Batman? Wyatt, what's up, Batman? Scheme Team, what's up, Batman? Bleeding Kelly Green, what's up, Batman? Texas boy, you ain't Batman. Maverick, what's up, Batman? Kyle, what's up, Batman? What is going on, everybody? I don't know if I'm missing anybody. Thank you guys for being here. Maniac Matt, what's up, Batman? What's going on, Rhodes? What's up, Batman? Brandon, what's up, Batman? What's up, Dominic? What's up, Batman? What's up, Batman? Everybody in the house. Troy Singleton, what's up, Batman? What's going on? Nathaniel, thank you so much for super chat, man. What Batman is Miles Sanders?
I don't know.
Run up your ass, Batman.
Run up
your ass, Batman, because he was awesome today.
Yeah, he was great.
You know, Miles had a great game. I think he carried the ball. Let me see here.
27 attempts
times
for 134.
Yeah. Wow, Miles Sanders, 27 carries, 134 yards, average 5 yards a carry. 2 touchdowns. That has to be career highs for him.
Oh yeah.
You know, Richard, what's going on? What's up, Batman? Chase, what's going on? What's up, Batman? Michael, hey, what's up, Batman? Brett, what's going on, man? What's up, Batman? You're all Batman. All Eagle fans are Batman. I'm calling all you Batman. Jav Rivers, what's up, Batman? What's going on? So yeah, Miles had a great game. So they fall 14-0. You know, that pick, what'd you think of the pick 6 play? Did you think of A.J. Brown and his feeble attempt at tackling?
Yeah, like he said he tried to strip the ball, but I didn't see him trying to strip anything. Like it's a pick. You gotta, and they're on. It's not like you're already on the other side of the field and you just got the pick. Like you gotta take him down. You got no. Yeah. He's trying to get closer, try to get the ball out. It's not good.
I believe him. I believe him. You know why? Because it was so horrible looking that the only possible thing he could have been doing was trying to figure a way to strip that ball, because it looked so. Yeah. I mean, he looked like he was like a half a foot away from the guy. You know. Right. Yeah. Agreed. You know. So he. You know, it was crazy. You know, pick 6 happens. You go down 7-0, then it's 14-0, and thinking if they go down and score Jacksonville right now, we got a problem. And they go for it on fourth down. They roll out Lawrence. Like you said, they had Christian Kirk. He was open, and he fumbles the ball. And it seemed like at that point, the whole game changed momentum-wise, you know?
Yeah, totally true.
It was crazy. So, you know, then they get it going. They get the running game going. I thought Miles was absolutely tremendous. But we also have, like, guys going down like crazy. You lose Malata. You lose Slay. You know, you lose, what's his face, Sayamalu. I'm sure there's other guys I can't even think off the top of my head. For a while, Devontae went out. He came back in the game. I mean, it was like, man, we were a lot of injuries today.
Yeah, there was some scares today, but I think Driscoll played really well on the left side, and they scored on the 2 times on Opita at right guard. They scored twice on his side. I mean, and Opita's got he's got starting experience. He's coming to games and it looks really good. Like, we don't know what happened with Samal. It could be the ankle. Malata with the shoulder right now. You know, Slay probably will be back next week. He said he was fine. It was a little forearm, but he was still dressed in the second half with the raincoat on. But I guess they figured, you know, the defense is playing good. You know, he doesn't have to go in there immediately because you had Josiah Scott in there, Zach McPherson. Like, you know, our secondary was definitely different this week. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay. Trey Sermon is Jay Ajayi, bro. Trey Ajayi. I like that. He does look a little bit like Jay Ajayi. He does. I could totally see that. I would like to see him get more carries, though.
Yes.
I mean, I thought he'd get 2-3 carries.
2.
And then he had the one penalty was a face mask. But I thought he did a good job. He's big, you know. I think I want to see him in like 3rd-and-1 situations.
Right.
Those kind of things, you know. Philly D says it's like losing your Bluetooth in your butt. I've been there before.
It may happen again, so who knows?
It could. It could very well. So yeah, I mean that was, you know, it was one of those games, man. It was horrible conditions. It was pouring rain the whole time. You knew the passing game was going to suffer because of it, but they were able to run the ball. I mean, they ran all over Jacksonville. What did you think about Driscoll at left tackle?
I thought in the beginning he was getting pushed a little bit. You know, he doesn't have any game reps. So, you know, in the beginning when, you know, he's got to get the hot hands got to be in there. So, you know, he's got to be in there for a little bit. I thought he did fine. Like I said, the backup left tackle, and then Dillard comes back next week. So now I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to cut another player, and, you know, we're going to find out.
Did Driscoll play good enough that you could trade Dillard? I don't know that. I mean, I think he can with more reps. I think if Driscoll has more reps, he might be able to. We might be different on that, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Richard Hay, David Super Chat goes, is Mark Holmes scared of the Eagles yet? Terrified. He's absolutely terrified. You know, definitely terrified. Yeah, it sounds like Slay is okay. For those out there. So I mean, yeah, it was a you know, crazy game. I mean, but really, you got to look at that defense. I mean, dude, how about the game Hassan Reddick had?
Oh my God,
Hassan Reddick was an absolute monster today. You know,
2 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. They're not putting him in. They're starting to make him more as an edge guy, and I love it. He's a weapon. That's what you paid him for, and 3.5 sacks for the year so far. Even James Bradberry, another great pick. And I mean, this guy just shows up, man.
How the hell did the Giants get rid of him? I don't understand what on earth they were thinking. Like I mean, James Bradberry is good. They got to resign him. Like, you have to figure a way to keep him and Slade one more year. You got to. You can't let that guy out the door, you know?
No, you cannot. I'm a big fan of re-signing him. There's no doubt.
Yeah. I thought they were good. I thought the pass rush was pretty good. I still don't think they blitz enough, though. I don't either. I think they got to blitz more. I mean, they blitzed 2 or 3 times. And you saw the one play that Lawrence throws the interception to Bradberry. They were blitzing him. Like, he was getting rid of that ball because of the blitz. He didn't even see Bradberry.
Yeah.
You know, so they got to blitz more. I just think that they don't do it enough. I still don't like seeing Josh Sweat in coverage.
Yeah,
you know, I know a lot of people are feeling good about Gannon. I still got my question marks.
True.
I'm just going to be honest. I do. I do. But today they were good,
I think another problem with the defense too. I think it's the blow. There was a couple blown coverages too. There was some blown coverages. The one at the end of the fourth quarter, with Christian Kirk getting that goal. We're playing prevent, trying to keep everything inside, and he runs past our whole entire defense. It gets that, I think, within the 10-yard line. I think that's when they scored on that drive. So there's a couple blown coverages on that. McPherson, obviously, with the McPherson was getting burnt a little bit here and there. I mean, like they fought, they weren't horrible, but that's what you're going to get with Josiah Scott and McPherson. Like
I can't. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. You're good.
It's hard to blame them so much when you got those guys so young in their playing, Right. I mean, it wasn't like Vontae Maddox was out there and Slay was out there, So I thought they held up nicely, and I think having Bradberry out there in that secondary, like, it calms everything down, Bradberry's a stud, dude. I don't understand how the Giants got you Slay him and Maddox are all Pro Bowl corners. They're literally all Pro Bowl corners.
Part of it is because they couldn't have. Part of it's they just couldn't afford them. I mean, that they have so many bad contracts right now that I don't think they didn't care about signing him to a long-term deal or redoing his contract. So
they're stupid because he would have helped. Yeah, I mean, he would. Yeah, even Slay was in the locker room and he was talking about it, and he's like, I don't know what the Giants were thinking. How do they get rid of this guy? It's a Giants problem. TL Hopkins, thank you for a super chat. He goes, we got Ertz next. So many revenge games. I know. Yeah. Tortiville, thank you for a super chat. He goes, ridiculous Batman showed up today. You know what I love about Reddick? And I talked about this in my stream. We haven't had a premier strip sack artist.
Yes.
He strips the ball. Okay, I haven't seen that at that level since Trent Cole.
He puts his hand on the quarterback. It's literally automatic. Like he's so good at it.
I mean, he did it twice last week and twice this week.
Yeah.
So I mean, Carson got one of them back last week, but this week he got them both. I mean, Reddick, I love Reddick, man. 03 David super chat. He goes, "Where's the Umbrella Batman? Anyone at Cali going Arizona? Umbrella Batman's working at McDonald's, I think." I don't know where he's in. I think he's a free agent, right? Yorenda Davis super chat. He says we need to talk about this defense making star players mediocre. Yeah, I mean, I think that's Gannon, man. I do have some issues. It's just the style. I don't like the style of defense, But at least he finally is letting Reddick go at it, Skid Marks Davis super chat. He goes, Sanders is the four-legged Batman. He ran like 2 days. Yeah, I mean, he was awesome today. No question. I don't remember Miles Sanders getting 27 carries,
Yeah. I mean, the game plan did change because of the weather today. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it did change because it was tough. I mean, the beginning of the game, like it seemed like it was the weather and it was just that everybody just wasn't in sync. It just looked really bad. So as the game went on, I mean, I know Sirianni was getting pissed on that sideline and they all got ripped for it. So.
Yeah. Scheme Team says we don't really need to blitz. It's like Madden competitive games. They don't blitz every damn play. I don't mean blitz 99.9% of the time, but they got to blitz more than they do. Like yeah. I think in my opinion, if I have a team, I think somewhere in that 38-39% range is where you want to be. I think you got to blitz 30, 38, 39, 40% of the time. That's what I think. I think you should blitz that much.
Right.
The Eagles were the least last year. I think we were the lowest ranked percentage of blitzes. I just think they need to do it more. They don't have to do it every play. Right. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. You have to mix it in, but they've got to, and not just blitz. But what about some like blitzes that fool a quarterback? Like remember Jim Johnson? He would have intricate blitzes. Young quarterbacks didn't know who was coming from what side.
Right.
I think it's important.
It is.
Yeah. Shifty says, I hate Gannon, but I love the pressure we were getting. Me too. Now, listen, if you're getting consistent pressure with your front four, then it gives you an opportunity to do more. But I think you got to sprinkle it in more. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this is the same complaint I had with Jim Schwartz. The only difference I think with Schwartz was Schwartz had ways of getting pressure and getting guys over. But they did a good job today. So I don't want to kill Gannon because you don't win without the defense. To me, won this game today.
Yeah, no, definitely true.
I mean, I thought Trevor Lawrence. We talked about his quick passes, and he tried to do a lot of it. But once the Eagles' pass rush started getting there, he was holding on ball just a little too long.
Right.
And it was really screwing him up, 40% of blitzing is a lot. It is a lot. But that's what the better defenses, the defenses I like in the league, the Buffaloes, even Arizona, you look at Detroit, they blitz about 40% of the time. I think last year, it was Arizona that led the league in like 39-something% blitzes. That's what I think we should be doing. I bet you that was the percentage under Jimmy Johnson. I bet. Eddie Davis Super Chat, he goes, Jordan Davis swallowing up players week. Oh yeah, how about the Jordan Davis today? I thought he had a great game. Did you see that one play where he just threw that offensive lineman? Oh my God, what a great play that was.
Yeah, he's getting better every week. It's all that matters.
Yeah. King Gun says Eagles defense better than Arizona. I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about the style.
Right.
The style is better in Arizona. I don't like the style here. I come from Buddy Ryan days. Buddy Ryan, Bud Carson, even what's Ray Rhodes when he was head coach. Then you have Jim Johnson. I believe in pressure, high pressure on defense. I believe you have to blitz. Pressure makes or breaks quarterbacks. Joe says 4-0 in dominant defense, giving up 12 points a game last 3 games. You win a lot of games giving up only 12 points. Yeah, you're going to win a lot of games doing that. Absolutely. No question about it. What did you think of Britton Covey today?
Not much. I think I'm starting to see that he's better on kick returns than he is on the punt returns, just because kick returns you're going to have more space. I think automatically you will have more space of the block. Even if you block a little bit on kick returns, I think he's going to have more space. He got to like the 30-yard line, but punt return wise, I don't know if he just can't track the ball well. I don't know if it's tracking, and he didn't do much for me. So I guess he's the answer. I don't know if Dillard comes back. I don't know if he's a big cut candidate. Because really with Boston Scott hurt, I don't know who else they're going to put there. But
I thought he had a good return today at the kickoff.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
There was one I thought he did a good job. Punts, I don't know I just don't understand why he runs into the wall. Like he finds where there's 3 defensive players, and he runs right for them.
Runs to the pile. He runs to the pile.
And he runs right into it. And you see him hit and then bounce back like 10 feet. Eric R. says 67% of the time blitz under Jim. Yeah, I believe it. That Jim Johnson blitz. That's the kind of style I like. Jason Davis Super Chat goes, yo, Philly Joey, wanted to show some love for what you guys do. For us Eagle fans, keep it up, bro. Thank you, Jason, man.
Thank you
Shout
so
out
much,
to you.
Man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I see a comment way up here. I'm going to try to go to it. Where is it? Somebody, who said it? Who's saying it? I can't find it now. Of course, I lost it.
No.
But somebody said TJ Edwards had a great game. What about the TJ Edwards again, Joey? The guy is all over the place, man.
You have no choice after this year. The extension's coming.
I mean, geez, he's everywhere, man. I think he's playing at a Pro Bowl level. I really do.
I'm just shocked we're talking about linebackers this way right now. Like, it's crazy every week. It's what we're just talking about. It's nuts.
He's always on. He had another sack today, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He's everywhere. J-Rock says, man, the refs did everything in their power to screw Washington today. Their defensive line was held all day, no pass interference. Oh, really? So I mean, I didn't get to see the game, but I'm not surprised. That's usually what happens.
Carson threw 42 times. 42 times.
He shot, dude.
127 yards. I think it was 170, 120. I forgot. I think it was 170, maybe that. Oh, man, it was hard.
Yeah, he stinks. A guy who's just here. Well, we're glad that you're here and not there. He says TJ Edwards is playing better than any other at his position. I think he's playing good, dude. Yeah. True. Jags stink, right? Dude, let me tell you, these Cowboy fans, they need the beating of a lifetime come week 6. When the Eagles play them and beat the crap, because, dude, they won't stop. Today, they beat Washington, who we destroyed. And they're like, look how great we are. We beat Washington. But when we beat Washington, oh, you only beat Washington. Right? You only beat Washington. Oh, but we had a quality win.
When they were up 14-0 today, I saw on Twitter during the stream today that Cowboy fans were talking, oh, you face a real team, this is what happens, you know, and then all of a sudden we came back and no one said a damn word about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and you know what? If we beat Arizona, it's going to be we didn't play anybody. Then we beat Dallas week 6, they're going to say, oh, we have injuries. It's always going to be an excuse. I don't think the Jags stink. I think the Jags are a young, up-and-coming team, and I think they got some young players, and that's it. And they're scrappy. And I knew they were going to – I knew that – I didn't know the weather, but I knew they were going – this was going to be a close game. I didn't expect anything less.
Right.
You know?
Agreed.
It's awesome. Now, let's see here. Eagles only barely beat the horrible Jags. If we only barely beat them, then what do you call your play today versus Washington? Or what about last week versus the Giants? Did you only almost beat the New York Giants? Oh boy,
we're only
Jason
hurting.
Wallace.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, Jason Wallace. Thank you for super chat. Goes White Denzel looking good. Fly Eagles fly. Thank you, Jason Wallace. Thank you, Batman. Thank you for super chat.
Like I said, we're only hurting ourselves because we're leaving points off the board. Like we left 14 points off the board today because when we got the ball in the second half, Jalen Hurts tripped on I think Driscoll stepped on him and we lost 10 yards from that. Then I think it was that I forgot when the next one was, the bad snap. That was another one. You know, AJ Brown had 95 yards today. He got from one reception that he got to the other side of the field on a couple good receptions. Right. So
well, and we gave them 7 points to start the game. Right. You know, I mean, Texas Boy says, Phil, you do know the Cowboys won 2 division games. If you take both the Giants and the Cowboys, you may get our backups. You know what I mean? Like, dude, both those teams stink. We played Washington and we made them look like nothing. Why? What took you so long? Why couldn't you handle them? So what took so long?
Right.
We destroyed them. We had, it was over at halftime when we played them. Cowboy fans, you need the beatings. You need the beatings coming up. Your Batman's coming for your asses. Sal, thank you for a super chat, my man. He says, hello, guys. What's happening, Sal?
What's up, dude?
Yep. I think the Jags are upbeat young team. I think Detroit's a tough little upbeat team. And I think that too many people look at everything last year and somehow connect that to this year. Has nothing to do with this year. You look at the Cincinnati Bengals, they can't even move the ball. And it's not just when they played Dallas. They had that same problem week 1. They had the problem last week. They only beat Miami because 2 was out. I don't think they're that good. But, they'll say, well, you have no quality wins. Well, what's Minnesota? 3-1. Well, then they'll go, who Minnesota? Well, Minnesota beat Green Bay. But we just ignore all those things,
Mm-hmm.
So tired of it. Jags are good. They dismantled the Colts and the Chargers. Yeah, well, the Charger one was impressive, The Colts I don't think much of,
No, definitely not.
They can give us all excuses they want. We start 10-0. Yeah, listen, they can make all excuses we want, but if we get home field advantage, what are they going to do about it? Here's what's going to happen. Let me do this real quick. I have to get this out. Here's what will happen. Next week, the Cowboys will lose to the Los Angeles Rams. The following week, the Dallas Cowboys will lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. At this point, it'll be a huge quarterback controversy in Dallas, and they'll collapse. They're going to lose the next 2 weeks. They're playing two.
When is Dak coming back? Next week? 2 weeks?
They're saying maybe next week. Sounds like maybe the Eagles game. Can you imagine if he comes out and plays bad against the Eagles? They're going to all want Cooper rushing. And that'll be the excuse. Well, you beat us because we have Dak Prescott. Can you imagine?
That everyone's been praising for years.
Yeah, that's going to be the excuse. Jordan, thank you so much for Super Chat. He goes, haters going to hate. Excuses every week. Pound go Birds. Agreed. I mean, I think if you look at this team, I mean, this was an impressive win for me. We talk about Hurts and what Hurts has to do, and we have the list, and we want to see his accuracy better. We want to see his mechanics better. We want to see him read defenses. We've been checking off all these lists. And the other one we talked about even last night. We want to see what's going to happen when he has to come back, when he has adversity. And look what he did. He passed with flying colors. flying colors, Joey. You know?
I agree.
Hurts is the best quarterback in this division right now. And that's the truth. Oh, 3, thank you for super chat. He goes, Hurts posted he's thankful that Dougie chose him. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, you know, I like it. You got to like Hurts. T.L. Hopkins, thank you for super chat. Goes, why are the Cowboys fans here at the Eagles party? They want to see what winning looks like. Yeah. They want to see what winning look like. LB and Fitz Transport, thank you for super chat. He goes, Cowboy fans on here talking about us beating the Jags, and they were struggling with Washington, and we beat the hell out of Washington. And they're going to lose next week to the Rams. Week Cowboys is trash. Thank you for the super chat. And I totally approve of that message. You know, I totally wanted to see that. Now, I had the Batman hat on. I had the cape. And they went down 14-0. I ripped the shit off. I wouldn't put it back on the rest of the game.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm too superstitious.
Bad juju.
Yeah. Did you hear someone died in an elevator? No.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh game, someone fell off the escalator and died, apparently. That's what I heard. Yeah.
That's crazy. The Cowboys only got 1 sack versus Wentz. I thought they had a good defensive line.
What? 1 sack?
That's what he said. Guido bat. It's the Dark Guido. I'm the Dark Guido. Absolutely. Oh, my man Frank Joseph. He says your association with the thief Mark Holmes sullies your channel. Joseph, I respect your opinion. I'll drink to it. Maybe I'll copyright his ass. You know, how about that? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about a bet with Mark Holmes where he can't stream me anymore. Or he has to give me, like, money. He has to pay me. Now, what I thought was Mark Holmes was, you know, I thought he was promoting my channel, but people are saying he's not. So if that's not the case, I might have to copyright him. Frank Joseph, you're convincing me. I'm just saying, buddy. Time for Howie to calculate the cornbread extensions are coming. Yeah, you better start, you know. Jalen, the thermostat hurts. He's thermostat Batman. Yes. Dallas hasn't been in an NFC title game in about 30. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you something. They're not going to be in one for another 30 years at this rate. I mean, Jerry Jones is 875 years old today. Happy birthday to him. How much more years does he have left? West K says, Jason Kelsey, he was Fat Batman. Yeah, he's Fat Batman. I'm Ding Batman, a.k.a. the Dark Guido. I had to change it. Greetings from Chocolate Town? Where's that? What does that mean? What? You know. Does that mean something?
No, I don't.
I'm thinking funny. Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Maybe, yeah. Or a different type of chocolate town. I don't know.
We got over 1,000 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. We appreciate you guys being here. But here's a question I want to ask you. The Jake Elliott situation. Like, if they score, right, and then they go up and it's 29, they go for 2. If they kick the extra point, it's a 9-point game, not an 8-point game.
Right.
They go for 2. Then they can kick a field goal to pretty much end it. They go for a 4th down. How injured is this guy? He's got to be injured, right? I mean, that's why they didn't put him out to kick the field goal, right?
You see, after he was injured, he came back and kicked the what was it? The extra point that the field goal that he kicked.
He didn't kick it. He went for it.
Oh yeah, they went. All right, so they tried to go for the 2 to make it a. What was that? They tried to make it a 3.
It was 29. It was 29, and then it was 29, and then instead of making it so it would have been a 9-point game, they went for 2. But if you kick the extra point, it's a 9-point game. That means they need 2 possessions to win. So why? I don't understand why you wouldn't go for the extra point unless the guy's hurt. That would be it, you know. I don't get it. John Daria Maxi, thank you for super chat. He goes, beat my daddy's team so bad. Be a fan now. Oh, enjoy that, you know. I could never beat my father's team because my father's team was the same as mine. So what could you do? I'm trying to catch up here. Tiara, thank you so much for the super chat. What's up, Philly? I hope Mulata and Slay injuries aren't that bad. Thank you for super chat. I don't think Slay's injury is that bad. He sounds like he's going to be fine. Mulata, we have to see. I mean, he was out there trying. They showed him he was trying to see if he could go. I think I think he had X-rays. The X-rays were good, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing in the X-rays, but he has to have an MRI. So it sounds like it could be okay. I'm worried about the kicker. What are we going to do with field goal position?
They're going to have to go to another practice squad and sign a kicker. That's what they're going to have to do.
Because I don't know what's up with Elliott.
That's how we got Jake Elliott. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Maybe we could get Elliott Jake. I don't know. We need field goal kicker Batman. Outcast Kelly, thank you for super chat. First time donating. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. To the stream. Always enjoy talking about the Eagles game. Go Birds. Reddick is starting to heat up. Go Birds. Cowboys got 2 sacks. Oh, Cowboys got 2 sacks on Wentz. So that's still not a lot. Thank you, Outcast Kelly. And apparently Parsons' second game with no sacks.
Wow, really?
It's interesting. Yeah. So Dallas ain't gonna have that to talk about.
Uh-oh.
Richard Kane, thank you for super chat. AJ caught that. Gathered before he hit the ground. He then hit the ground and it was stripped afterwards. Challenge that and it's a catch. Which play are we talking about?
The fourth down. The fourth down. The one he bobbled. It was at the end of the game. He bobbled it down and someone hit it out of his hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was just wondering because we went for it on. It was like 4th and 2, 4th and something, and we go for it. And I'm like, why not just kick the point, take the 3?
That's what I want to do.
And then you clinch the game. So obviously it's got to be because Elliott is hurt. Because they actually had the wind going with them, so it's easier to kick the field goal. So I didn't understand it. It was a little weird. God, man, I wish we would stop bringing up Jim Johnson. Laugh out. That was 15 years ago. The league is so much different now. You literally can't blitz like that anymore. The best defense go home. It's very hard to get home with 4 all the time. I actually disagree with you, David. I think in today's game, you have to blitz more because you have to get constant pressure because the NFL has changed the game and given the offenses so much of an advantage. The only way to neutralize that advantage is get to the quarterback. Most teams, it's very hard to constantly get there with your front 4. It's very hard. So you have to blitz. I think blitzing nowadays is actually more important than it was 15 years ago. I think Jim Johnson was way ahead of his time. And I think if Jim Johnson was here, he would blitz 65% of the time and he would be successful. That's just my opinion. We miss a super chat. Hold on, let me see. This is we got a lot of people in here. No, we got this one. LB and Fitz Transport Cowboys fans here talking beating up Jags. Yep, I read that one. Thank you, LB.
Joshua Orozco. Joshua Orozco.
Okay, I'm looking for
9:50 p.m.
9:50. Okay, I'm getting there. Hold on. I'm at 6:49, 9:49. Here you go. Okay. Sorry about that. Joshua Thaver Super Chat goes, I remember asking you guys about Miles Sanders during the offseason and his future with the Eagles. You all did see him returning about now. I don't know because the question isn't Miles isn't good. I always thought Miles had the talent. The question is what Miles is the position. Do the Eagles want to pay running back a lot of money? A lot of clubs don't like to do that. So it really depends.
You got so many guys to sign. Like you have an offensive line with depth that's going to be here for the next decade and a half. Like you're so set offensive line that you don't have to pay a running back. You can get plug-in players for that position. I think I'm kind of preparing myself that he is going to walk and get paid somewhere else. That's what I'm getting prepared for.
Listen, if you can get him for a bargain price or a deal, I would do it. But I just don't. A lot of clubs don't like signing big contracts to running backs. That's always the problem. But will Miles deserve it? Yeah, Miles is having a career year so far. And I knew Miles was going to have it. I said Miles was going to have 1,200-yard year. So I think he will. I think he will.
Yeah.
Philly by day, thank you for super chat. He goes, at this point, who is a must re-sign to an extension? Who do you think they must resign?
Oh, Edwards, like immediately. I think Edwards. I mean, if I had to pick, if you're saying other than Jalen Hurts, I'd say Edwards or Bradberry. But I think Edwards because you can't lose talent like that playing off of a year he's playing right now.
Yeah, I think you have to sign Bradberry.
Okay.
Well, I mean Edwards too. I would like that. I just think that you also, Kazir White. I don't know what they do, but I don't want to lose Bradberry because I think that, like I said last night, you're going to go into the draft with 2 first-round picks. I would draft the premier corner with one of those picks, and then I would sit him behind Bradberry and Slay. I just think they're such a great compliment. I think you could get 2 or 3 years with that team.
Yeah.
So I would like to sign him. I really would. Oh, I'm sorry. LT Dave for super chat, my man. He goes 585 points in the second quarter so far. What's up with the first, third, and fourth? Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really worried about the second half, the first 3 games, because we were up so much. But today it did bother me a little bit that it took us a while to get going in that second half. Weather was bad, I think, First quarter I'm not too worried about, but I think they got to be better in the second half. There's no question about it. Now, I saw an interesting stat today. Arizona has given up the most points in the second quarter this year.
Right.
They're minus 50-point differential in the second quarter. The Eagles are like the number 1 team in the second quarter. That's bad news for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But I don't know. I wish I had an answer. Like, why only the second quarter we seem to explode so much, pause, and then kind of back off in the third or fourth, I don't know. Tim, he says, why? That's why we got Sermon. I like Trey Sermon. Like I said, he's definitely has to play more, Joey. Has to.
Oh, yeah. I loved it. I want more.
What did you think about Goddard today? Because Goddard, people were getting mad because I said he had to catch that ball at the goal line. I was like, he's got to catch it. And they're like, well, it's raining outside. I'm like, you're making millions of dollars. You have to catch that ball. But, I mean, overall, Goddard's a stud.
Yeah, no, like the screen passes have worked with him. They've been using him a lot of the screen game, and they had that fourth, at the end of the game, like the last drive when they scored, they got that 4th down conversion with him with a good pass. But, the one that was a little bit behind him around the goal line, but it was catchable. I mean, it was totally catchable. He would have been in for the touchdown. Yeah. It would have been that easy. So he always has these little drops sometimes. And
always
probably
does.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. Well, Scott, the Eagles fans says over 1,000 watching. 309 likes. Hit that like, but let's get over 500 likes at least. I'm waiting. They run that tight end screen a lot, and it's successful. At what point do they pump fake it? Teams bite on it, and then you fire down deep. I'm waiting for that pump fake to it, and then boom, because teams are going to start trying to pick that up at some point.
True.
Chris Bailey, David Super Chat. He goes, they need to sign a kicker, Haywood Jablomi. Here we go. Off the Packers practice squad. I don't know anything about Jablomi. Never heard of him. Ramal 500. Ramal says, hey, 500, I missed the game in the live stream. Had some personal stuff to do. How was the game? It started off 14-0. A little frustrating, but I thought it turned out to be the Eagles' best game of the year, their strongest game of the year. They faced adversity. They were down 14-0, and they showed that they can come back. Once again, the Eagles showed that they can beat you multiple ways,
True.
So I thought that was great. Pretty Dying the Wordsmith, 500. My birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Just got back from Atlantic City. I hope you won some fazools. I need A.J. Brown to score for a FanDuel bet. They took away his touchdown, but we won all good. Yeah, that sucks. They took away his I thought that was a bogus call, too. Did you see? I mean, Goddard was like going like this, running down the field, and they called it. Yeah, I thought the refs stunk today. And pretty dime the wordsmith. Happy birthday to you, though. Seriously. I hope you had a great time in AC. Did you like the refs today? I thought they stunk.
I thought they missed on a couple. Like I thought Sweck, a couple of the defensive ends were getting held pretty bad too.
All over the place.
Oh yeah.
There was a couple times where they literally tackled Reddick, and they got away with it. Justin Ellis, David Super Chat. He goes, "You all got to keep it real. If we don't resign Miles, Gainwell will be our running back number one, and I don't think he's the guy we have to." Well, yeah, I agree. If they don't sign Miles, I don't think Gainwell's the number one.
No,
I'll say that right now. I think he's a good rotational guy. I don't think he's a number one running back. True. So you would have to draft another running back. Yes, totally agree with you there. You know. Let's see here. How about them guys? 4-0, Batman. 4-0, Abe Link. 4-0.
4-0.
Goddard's a competitive blocker. I think Goddard's a stud. I mean, he dropped it. Yeah, it happens. And he has one of those every couple games. He has one of those, dude.
True, yeah.
Philly, we're a real explosive first half team with Doug too, weren't we? I'm trying to remember with Doug. Were we explosive first half team with Doug?
I think it was always a tale of two halves. I think in what was it? In
there was 20? There was always tale of two halves. But I can't remember if we were explosive in the first half or the second. I thought it was the third quarter, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
You know? I won a Hertz jersey from Gate City Sports. I called Miles over 150 for a touchdown last week. Very good, man. Congratulations. You deserve it.
Definitely.
Arizona will be tough. I think it's a tough spot. Like, I think that the Eagles are better than Arizona. I don't think Arizona's all that good. I just think you're going out west, so you're traveling through time zones. You're going to hear all week about how the Eagles are the only undefeated team. And because you're undefeated, you're always going to get everybody's best. So Arizona's going to be up for it. It's Zach Ertz's former team. And then you have the Dallas Cowboys in a huge divisional showing. They'll be 3-2. And, it's a huge divisional showing because they will lose next week. So I'm afraid the Eagles could overlook that. So I think they got to be ready to play, you know?
Yeah. I think the issue is going to be, I think for me, going to be Kyler Murray in that game because he can extend plays for 10 minutes. I mean, he could extend plays for a long time, might get this defensive line really tired. And, if he gets these long drives, and gets us on third down, it's going to be a long day for us. So that's probably one thing I'm kind of looking out for. The defense, I think we could throw on them. I have no problem going against their defense, but Kyler Murray is definitely something to watch for. Yeah.
Right. Derek Perry, thank you for Super Chat. Goes, Elliott looked hurt when he kicked the last field goal. He did, and I think that's why they didn't kick a field goal at the end. They didn't kick an extra point because it didn't make any sense otherwise, Marcus says, Philly, I think you should be more confident in our team. Cardinals are not a good team. It's not the Cardinals' talent that scares me. It's that, listen, it's just the reality of football. Who goes 17-0? Teams don't go 17-20. It just never happens. There's always a game you lose, and when you look at this schedule, the Eagles are better than all these teams. So, to me, it's only going to come from a letdown or a situation like that. And I don't know where it's going to come from, but it's not going to be Dallas. So, I just think they just got to be careful. If they go out and they're ready to play and they play their game, they'll beat the crap out of Arizona. But where do we get the L's at? That's where I want to know.
Right.
So it's crazy. Now, if the Eagles beat them, let's say the Eagles go in and beat Arizona, and they go to 5-0, well, they're going to beat Dallas. So they will go into the bye week 6-0. I don't see them losing the next 3 games. So they could literally start 10-0. They could literally start 10-0.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It is.
Chunk TV, David Super Chat goes, up Denzel, Batman, and Joey. This is Slay's last year unless we resign, but it would be good if we get a corner in the first, though. I think you got to bring him back and you got to bring Bradberry back. And then I think you have to draft a corner in the first round.
I thought Slay is here for one more year. A lot of people saying.
Yeah, I thought he was here for one more year too.
Yeah, I think he is.
I thought it was a situation where he's getting a lot of money and they're probably going to do something with his contract. Which king of Agmar says Reddick was getting held. There was one point
all day
where Reddick was tackled. He was running and he literally got like collar tackled and they didn't call it. And I'm like, how could that happen? You know? Yeah, the block call on the touchdown was ridiculously bad. He was like this, and then he put his hands on him. It was already in a blocking situation. I don't understand it, you know?
Crazy.
Burgundy 500. No. Hey, Phil, I've been watching you for years. I had a wrench, and it got stripped from me. In honor of the win, can I yeah, sure can. Absolutely. Outcast Kelly, thank you for super chat. If you go back and watch the 2-point conversion, Goddard was wide open compared to trying to thread the needle to Smith. Oh no, okay, yeah, on that one play, I'd have to go back and watch it. But yeah, it very possible. They said on the interception, and I have to go back and see this too. But people were saying in my chat on the interception, Devontae Smith was streaking down the sideline wide open. And they just missed him. So, you know, it happens.
It's going to happen.
Update on Slay. He had a banged up forearm, and it didn't sound like it was too serious. He should be good to go, you know?
Yeah.
I bet you Dillard doesn't want to leave. He feels Stoutland will help him get better and better. Listen, he might be coming off the IR this week. We might get him back this week. So he might have to come back and play right away because I don't know where Jordan Mailata is going to be, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see by that time.
Yeah. Jab River says, remember when we had Sproul, Smallwood, and Clement? It's going to be similar next year if Miles is gone. Yeah, it will. I mean, listen, I would not be upset if they brought Miles Sanders back. I'm a Miles Sanders fan. I like him. So yeah. I hope so. Brody Z, thank you for super chat. He goes, weather played a factor. Jags are a decent team. Absolutely, the weather played a factor. It definitely did. How Jordan Davis looked great today. He looked good. He made one play in the backfield where he literally like threw the offensive lineman and hit the running back for a loss of like 4 yards or something like that. I think Jordan Davis is getting better each week. And what I noticed from him, he's not winded as much. Like I think his conditioning is also getting better, you know. Jason says, hey guys, gotta go. Always great content to other in here. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and like and hit that notification bell. There you go. These guys bring the fire. Thank you, my man.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, Jason. And if you guys haven't, click the link in the description. Go sub up my man, Joey Shakes. Make sure you sub him up. You're not going to regret it. You know? Fool's gold, Eagles cheeks. Dallas fans are worried. That's the best part of this whole thing. Next week, they're going to lose to the Rams. And we'll find a way. We'll find a way we win. Oh, man. Can you imagine?
They can get it done, man. Let's see.
Yeah. Derek Perry, thank you so much for super chat. Rather have pressure with only 4 having to blitz like Dallas. I'd rather get pressure all the time.
Yeah, 100%.
But sure. I mean, if you could do it your front 4, that's great. But I don't think the NFL works that way. I don't think Dallas has consistent pressure with their front 4 either. There's time they blitz. I didn't watch the Washington game, but if their front 4 is so good, why did they only have 2 sacks on a team that we got 9 sacks against? You know, I don't understand. I don't understand why people are all of a sudden like against the blitz. You know, I don't get it. What did I miss?
Nah, none.
Mark Walls, thank you for super chat. Goes, what's up, Philly and Joey? What do you think our Eagles need to improve on? Might need to keep rocking the underdog mentality. Well, the first thing is kick returner.
Yes.
I think you got to get better at returner. That's my number one issue. I also think health right now. We got a lot of guys all of a sudden banged up. So to me, those are my 2 big things. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say special teams, obviously, and I mean, I could say with Gannon with more blitzing, I could say this a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah,
just a little bit more.
I agree. Totally agree. Bozaldi says TJ Dwarfs 33 tackles, Formica Parsons 14. So TJ Edwards has 33 tackles compared to Micah Parsons 14. Interesting. Visibility sucked down there. Yeah, it looked bad. I mean, it looked bad. No question about it. Hey, you guys think Mulata's injury is serious? I don't think it is because he looked like he was trying to go, and the X-rays were negative. They're going to do an MRI, but it may be like a few week thing. It could be a couple weeks.
Yeah,
maybe.
right.
But
right.
I don't think it's like long term. Devin says, I was at the Eagles game today. Rain was a factor today. We were down 14. I'm glad they ran the ball with Sanders because I knew Jalen can't do good in the rain. It's hard to do good in that kind of weather, you know?
True, yeah.
I can't. Jalen Hurts did what he had to do, man. He made the throws that he had to make when he had to make them. I can't complain about Jalen Hurts at all. I thought today was a big moment for him. I really did.
No, the situation that he's in with the weather and everything. I mean, he was squinting. From far away when you're looking at the play, it looks like it's not raining hard. But when you get when they show the face up camera, on the field, it is coming down. Crazy.
Yep. Philly D. Myers says, Philly 500, I can't wait till we get – oh, man, I'm waiting on that Kelly Green. I keep thinking about Kelly Green, Devontae Smith. Kelly Green, Devontae Smith jersey. You know?
Sounds good.
Yeah, Davis destroyed Travis Etienne or whatever his name is. Oh, my God. He ate that offensive line. Jordan Davis, a beast, man.
Yeah, the beast.
I've been looking at cornerbacks, and the best one I've seen so far is Cam Smith out of South Carolina for a draft pick next year. I think if you could bring Bradberry back and have him slaying Maddox one more year, use one of your first-round picks. One will be Will Anderson because we're going to get a top 3 pick from New Orleans who lost today. And then if you could take a corner and then get a first-round corner and just let him learn behind those guys, that would be great for me.
Yeah, true.
You know?
I would love that.
Yep, this team is crazy talented. Getting excited and embracing every week. It is talented. Think about this, right? For all the crap that people are saying about the Eagles have not put a 60-minute game together yet. They haven't put a full 60-minute game yet together.
Yeah.
They've had good halves, good quarters, but where's the complete game? I'm telling you, it's coming week 6 when they're going to give Dallas such a beating. It's going to be great. Derek Perry, thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate it. I wish the Saints end up getting the number 1 pick. Wouldn't that be great?
They lost too, it was a close game too, and they lost, which was great.
Yep. Philly and Oz, what's happening? Shout out to Philly and Oz. Let's see here. We've got 964 people still in here. Thank you so much for being here. Edwards had 2 sacks today. Did he really?
I thought I saw 1.
He had 1 sack. 1 sack. He's got 2 on the season.
Okay.
But he led the team with 6 tackles. So he had 6 tackles, 4 solo, 1 sack. Hassan Reddick, 4 total tackles, 4 solo, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Let's see. Who else had a sack? That was it. That was the only sack. Then you had Hurts. Hurts was 16 to 25, 204 yards, 8.2 yards average. And he had the 1 interception. Miles Sanders, 27 carries, 134 yards, 5 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Hurts had 38 yards. Receiving, 5 catches for A.J. Brown, 95 yards. 5 for Dallas Goedert, 72. 2 for Miles. 3 for Devontae Smith for 17 yards. He had a quiet day. I think the receivers were going to have quiet days with that weather, though.
I don't think even them using Robinson, I don't think they even got 100. They had 210 rushing yards, the whole Eagles running back core, averaging 4.2 yards per attempt, and they were averaging 3.1. Their run defense was averaging 3.1. So, I mean, Lawrence is only, you said, he's been sacked 2 times in 3 weeks?
He was, coming into this game, he was sacked 2 times all year. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good game.
Rudy, good day. Rudy, thank you for super chat. He goes, I wish the Saints end up getting the first pick. If the Eagles got the first pick, then what you have to do is you have to take that first pick and trade it back to like the 3rd or 4th pick. Pick up an extra pick and then take Will Anderson Jr. Because you don't need a quarterback. Wouldn't that be insane? Talk about major draft meltdown with our red jerseys on. Because I'm going to be wearing my Matt Corral good luck draft jersey. Derek Perry. Matt Corral may never be nothing in NFL, but that jersey is going to be legendary.
Yeah.
Derek Perry, David Super Chat goes, a lot blitzes a lots. Salas blitzes a lots. They will be bringing the house against us. They will leave their cornerbacks on an island against our wide receivers. Yeah, and you got to make them pay. There's always a risk in blitzing, because if you blitz and you don't get there, you get a lot of one-on-one coverages and things like that. But Hurts also showed it in that, you remember that Detroit game, they blitzed a lot. Showed that they could get out of it with his legs.
Mm-hmm.
So and there were big plays. Blitzing is risky. There's no question about it. But that's my style I like. Nathaniel, thank you for the super chat. He goes, honestly, see 17-0. Where are the L's on the schedule? If you honestly look at the schedule, there's really not one game where I'm like, they're not winning that game. They can't win that game. They can win every game on the schedule. It just doesn't work out that way. You're going to lose somewhere. It just always happens. But where it's not like last year where I say, oh, they're playing Kansas City, that's a loss. Oh, they're playing Tampa, that's a loss. Oh, I don't see them beat Chargers. I don't see that this year, Biggest takeaways from the game. Give me your biggest takeaway, Joey.
My biggest takeaway for the game, I think just getting Hassan Reddick back into the mix of just being that pure edge rusher weapon that's, like you said, strip sack artist, something we haven't had in the building. And Gannon, and literally, we looked before the season started and we said, Gannon has a lot of, like, this is what we talk about when we're talking about we're taking superstar players and they turn them into bad players throughout the year. Like, Gannon has too much tape. You got to look into the tape with some of these, these big players that we have, and having a Hassan Reddick that has a lot of tape from 2 other teams that he's been on. You're starting to get him out of the coverage type, defense with him. He's not in coverage, and you let him just rip on the edge, man. He's got to help this line out, and look what it's doing. So I think it's just going to get better, and I hope, and it's up to Jonathan Gannon for it to get better. I mean, it's really up to him. So
yeah. My biggest takeaway is that the Eagles showed that they can win through adversity. They can fall behind and still come back, go through all the injuries, lose a kicker, and fight through all those kind of things on top of weather conditions and win. They can beat you multiple types of ways. They can throw the ball. When they need to run the ball, they can run the ball, and it makes them very dangerous. So that's my biggest takeaway. Antonio says Reddick had 2 forced fumbles. Yeah, 2 forced fumbles and 2 sacks. Stefano says 500 worried about Dallas.
Really?
No, I'm not worried about Dallas. I can't wait to play them because I think Cowboy fans have something coming that they're going to be shocked about. Sal, thank you for super chat. He goes, have you guys by any chance seen anything with the injury reports like Maddox or Jordan Mailata and others? It sounds like Slay is good. Sounds like Jordan Mailata, he had an X-ray. It was negative. He's got to get an MRI tomorrow. He's very sore, though. And then I haven't heard anything on Maddox or anybody else.
No.
Yeah, Reddick had 2 fumble. He recovered his own fumbles he caused. Yeah, he was good today. Deshaun Jackson, Dave for Super Chat. Joey, what do you dip?
Cherry Skull. That is my prime choice.
I can't drink. I can't dip.
Yeah, you don't want to drink it. You don't want to drink it.
Yeah, I drank. Somebody was dipping in beers once when we were like my 20s.
No.
And we're sitting there all hanging out, and they put their dip, not on purpose, but they put their dip near my beer, and I was watching something, and I grabbed it, and I went, I'm like, why is this warm? And I drank it, and dude, I threw up, and ever since then I can't dip. In Flight, thank you for super chat, appreciate it. Philly Nas, thank you for super chat. He goes, my super chat message didn't show up. Huh? Was it a? Hold on.
I didn't. Let me see it.
It might have been a which one? Yeah, here it is. I got it. It's a channel membership. One of those ones that never show up. That doesn't show up on StreamYard, so I have to go into Safari. He said, but Philly and Oz, a member for 29 months of Throne Room of Dingbat. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for all your support. He says Howie will re-sign Sanders for one reason. He drafted him in the 2nd round. Good point. I mean, look how long he kept the Umbrella Man with no production. That could be true. Listen, if I don't mind that at all. I'm totally okay with that if that's the case. But I hope you're right. I said I thought he was going to have 1,200 yards this year, and he's not going to. He's so far so good. And sorry I missed that earlier. Lip, thank you for super chat. He goes, How the hell did the Giants let Bradberry go? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, in my opinion. It was over money, right? It was over money, but they could have renegotiated with him. No,
That because of the dead contracts. I don't know. Because of all the locked in contracts.
I know a lot of Giant fans were not happy about that.
Yeah, no.
Because they were like, "Oh, he didn't have a great year," but I mean, they had no pass rush at all. It was a steal for us. In flight 215, Dave for Super Chat. He goes, "We ran against the number one rush defense, and our only sack is when our own lineman stepped on Hurts. Are we good on both sides, or do we need more?" Jay Scott, no go. I think we're good on both sides. I still think you probably need to add another pass rusher, just in terms of depth and rotation. But you're pretty good on both sides of the ball.
I thought I saw Patrick Johnson hurt today, but I don't think he was on the report because I saw him on like one knee on the sideline for I don't know something happened, but
I didn't catch it. MLF Dave for Super Chat goes, y'all watch the Dahmer Netflix series? I'm
on episode 4 right now, and it's I wasn't alive. No, it's like a what he did. It's like a pretty much like it's not like a biography. It's like they actually go into like what really happened, what he did. Like you see all the stuff he did. It's pretty messed up. So you gotta watch
He's a nutcase, that dude. Yeah, I'll probably watch it at some point. Is it a documentary or is it like actors?
It's an actor's like reliving all the scenes of what happened. Like it's crazy.
Wasn't he like banging out bodies and then eating it?
Yeah, he was eating the hearts. He was eating the hearts and like
friggin' nut. Sounds like a Cowboy fan. Mark Holmes is Jeffrey Dahmer's cousin. You didn't know that?
Oh my God.
Zay Boogie, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, I asked this question earlier, Philly, but wanted to hear yours, the chat and Joey's answer. But if you combined all the team players in the division, which division has the best team? I think our division possibly could win. Yeah, I did answer this earlier, so I'll let you answer that first because I answered this in my chat earlier today. That was the question. Do you want me to read it again?
No, I'm good. No, I think I think our division would be like I think we have great running backs in the division. I think really good wide receivers in the whole division. Offensive line I think is out the gate between the division. You could take a lot of different players from each team. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to go over like every player, linebackers and DBs and stuff. But I think they would have a super team. I think they would.
I think it'd have to be the AFC West.
Oh, okay.
And everybody can put their. I mean, because you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Herbert,
right?
You got Devontae Adams, and you got Keenan Allen, and then you have that defensive line. Chargers have. I mean, you have. I would probably say AFC West, and not because of the Eagles, more because the Cowboys, Giants, and Washington aren't that good. But that's just me. But yeah, you'd have to go through it. What do you guys think? What division would you take? Outcast Kelly, thank you for Super Chat. If Maddox isn't ready next week, do you think it would be a good idea to move Chauncey to the slot and put Kavon at safety? I would probably put, what's his name, Shashara? I put him at safety before I put Kavon Wallace at safety.
You said it right.
I do like Chauncey Gardner in the slot, though.
Yeah, he's played more nickel than safety, so.
Yeah. Sean B. Dave for Super Chat goes, do you draft Robinson from Texas or pay Sanders? Yeah, the kid from Texas, the
Bijan Robinson, that's the guy I was
running back
about.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Probably draft Robinson only because of the money. It's going to be a lot cheaper to grab him and draft him than to sign Sanders. It all depends on money, It really does. I think Sanders is going to end up with like 1,200 yards. So he's going to get big money. Sports fan, one day for Super Chat goes, Giants cut James Bradberry for cap. Giant fans aren't mad. Giant fans I talk to
should be now.
I know, but I know there were a lot of guys that weren't happy that they cut him. They thought that they should have worked it out. But listen, that's Giants' loss because right now he's the second best cornerback in the division. And I don't mean cornerback too. I mean he's better than Trevon Diggs. Watch how pissed the Dallas Cowboy fans get. Watch. CD isn't a number one receiver. I agree.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf had 14 catches, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wish we had him. I mean, I'm okay. We got AJ Brown. That was good enough for me.
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with that. So, but I mean, DK also had to get a ride out of the stadium. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Like he had to get on the little cart and go into the locker room to use the bathroom because he couldn't walk. He wasn't going to make it. So everybody saw him getting wheeled out. They all thought he was injured, but it was whatchamacallit. He had to go to the bathroom. Underdog Champs, he says, do you think we signed Bradberry again 500? I don't know. I think it's 50-50 because he's going to get a huge contract right now. If he keeps playing the way he is, he's going to get a huge contract. I don't know if the Eagles will have the money, but I wish they would, you know.
I would love it.
Yeah, me too. 500, keep your mouth off Trevon Diggs' name. He stinks. How about that?
I don't think
he's like, no, he's all right. He's okay. He's a risk taker. That's what he does. But I mean, I take Slay over him. I take Bradberry over him. Zan Shelton, Dave for Super Chat goes, I wish everyone stopped saying we haven't played anybody. Vikings are 3-1, Jags were 2-1. I know. I totally agree. It's because these Cowboy fans are stuck in the past. They think about things 40 years ago, and then they think that they're playing the Cincinnati Bengals, who were AFC champions last year. It's not the same team. One off season can make a drastic difference in the NFL.
Yep,
you know?
True.
And you wish CD since entering the league was one of the worst in separation. He has one good game, and now he's top 5. Yeah, he's definitely not top 5. Listen. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, Terry McLaurin are all better receivers than him.
True that.
Are all. Dealdra, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, do the bad dog is a mad dog, cause he knows the Giants always stink. They trade all the bottom Daniel Jones, they stink. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is Cowboy fans getting all worked up. Where's your boy Parsons? I don't see you guys talking about Parsons. The toughest game of schedule is next week. I think it's a tough schedule. I think it's a tough spot. I do.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game.
You know, but I will say this, though. If the Eagles win that, then 6-0 is definitely happening. Actually, if they beat Arizona, I think 10-0 is happening. I think they get to 10-0. I think the Arizona is it's made for a letdown. They got to be careful. Jonah says, hey, Philly 500, Mark Holmes like to eat poo-poo sandwiches because his breath smells like shit every time he talks. That's the rumor. That's the rumor. We're winning with backups, though? No. Who are we?
Cowboys. It's Cowboys.
They're winning with one. They're beating nobodies, dude. How did they get first 4 weeks? They've played 3 home games already. They've had 3 home games in 4 weeks. Listen, if the Cowboys beat the Rams next week, then I'll give you your kudos. You beat the Eagles, I'll give you your kudos. But I don't think you win the next 2 weeks. Philly, Arizona allows 300 yards passing a game. It's not the talent that worries me about Arizona. We're better. We're clearly better than Arizona. It's the spot. It's like you got to travel multiple time zones. You got to play Zach Ertz. Everybody's, the Eagles have a target on their back because they're undefeated. It's just, and then you got the Cowboys on the horizon. I'm afraid of the letdown. I'm not afraid that they're better than us. If the Eagles go out and play their game and they're ready to go, they will kill that team. But I'm afraid of the letdown. That's what worries me. It's not that Arizona's good. I think the Eagles are way better. I just am worried about the letdown.
Yeah.
That's what I worry about. Congratulations, Dallas, on another big win today. Yes. Surtain shut down Devontae Adams down when he was on him. He's really done nothing with the Raiders. Sean B, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, Sanders, Cox, Edwards, Bradberry, Hargrave, sign 3, only go. So if I could sign 3, I go Bradberry, Edwards, and Sanders. That's how I would do it.
I do Edwards, Bradberry, and Hargrave.
Yeah, Hargrave. Yeah, that might be a good one. Hey, 500 Edwards and Dean. Thoughts on Edwards and Dean? Both are like Mike Linebacker. Would Dean play if Edwards out? They're putting a show. I have no issues with Dean. Everybody's worried about Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, I don't know
but
why.
You shouldn't worry about it because it's just that Edwards is on that level right now. Edwards is that good right now. So we just need to give Edwards his due and his credit, and just let our man let Nakobe Dean learn, and he'll get his chance. And when Dean plays, he's going to be good. I have no doubt about it. But Edwards is he's playing like a Pro Bowler right now, man.
Really good.
You know, he is. Worst behavior. Thank you for super chat. He goes, I started dating a spiritual witchy girl who smudges my Lucky Eagles jersey with incense on game day. We've been 4-0 ever since. Just can't break up with her or she'll probably hex us. Just hold out. Just keep doing what you're doing. And then as soon as the season's over, break up. You know, if you want. You know? I don't know, man. That's weird. My next boxing match is sometime in June. I got a big boxing match. Cowgirl fans are here with their mouth open and tongues out. Stop it. We're cool on all that. Go suck up somewhere else. Dude, you know, in a weird way, like, of course I won't root for Dallas, but in a weird way, if Dallas beat the Rams and the Eagles beat Arizona, dude, do you realize the hype going into a Sunday night game with a 5-0 and a 4-1 team playing? I mean, dude, it would be insane. Two rivals. Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of that will be cool. Unfortunately for Dallas, we're gonna be 5-0, and Dallas is gonna be 3-2. Sean B. Davis Super Chat goes, Dean and Edwards should be our linebackers next year. That very well could happen.
Yeah,
very well could happen.
I believe it.
Gambo with the coolest thumbnail ever. That's just I don't give a shit. Look, at this rate, the Eagles are going to have 8 to 12 Pro Bowlers. I know, right? Seriously, you look at their cornerbacks. I think you could make a case for Bradberry, Maddox, and Slay. I think the offensive line has a couple. I think Jalen Hurts is one. I think Devontae Smith is one. I think AJ Brown is one. I think Dallas got it. Yeah, we could have a lot, man. You know, Eagles 38, Arizona 24. That would be awesome. Yeah, Bucks are getting spanked. I bet this game. I bet $150 on the money line for Kansas City. I'm going to win tonight. Let's see here. So we're a minute and 12 in. So I don't know. I mean, is there anything else you want to say, Joe? We still got 955 people. If you're new channel, hit that like. Make sure you guys subscribe. And click the link in the description. Sub up my man Joey Shakes. You definitely don't want to miss it. We do this every week, twice a week.
Yep. No, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think that's it. I mean, we're just getting. I mean, we're gonna enjoy this win tomorrow, and then we're gonna move on to the Cardinals. I mean, that's it. I mean, this was a game, and this was, like we said, this was a team dealing with adversity. We wanted to kind of see what this team was made of today with the circumstances that were in front of us, and they pulled it out, man. They did a really good job. You know, there's always mistakes. There's going to be mistakes in games like this. I mean, both teams are in the same situation with the weather and stuff. And you know, what team is going to make the less mistakes? And you know, the Jaguars made a lot of mistakes today. So
they did. I thought it was a great job by the Eagles. I thought it was their most impressive win because of the adversity in the weather and going down 14-0. And it's all good, man. Now, all they have to do is they just got to be ready to play Arizona. If they go and they're ready to play Arizona and they play their game, they will beat Arizona. You can't hear all the talk because all week, all you're going to hear about is how great the Eagles are. They're 4-0, only on the team. That's the things those are the traps we got to avoid. You know,
true, yeah.
Sean B says Joey remembers the Drake London bet, right? You remember the Drake London bet? Where if he gets 600 yards and I forget how many touchdowns, I got to wear a Drake London.
Was he have
200 yards, I think. We'll see.
Could get it. We'll see.
We'll see. It'll be interesting.
The Canadian rapper, is that what you called him?
Yeah, the Canadian rapper from Toronto, Drake London. We'll see, All right, guys. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. You got anything coming out? Any videos or anything?
Got a few videos for tomorrow. Some membership stuff, and that's really it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get done and go outside, and I'm gonna light up a stogie and smoke it, and then do my cigar video. Gavin Brick, thank you for super chat. Goes, yo, legends. Quick question: what do you guys use to get the games? I wasn't able to get the game today. I have DirecTV, so I get NFL Sunday Ticket. What about you, Joe?
Sunday Ticket as well. I mean, I use the I don't have DirecTV, but I use the app to
the internet.
Yeah, through the internet. So
yeah, that's what we use, and I've had Sunday Ticket since 1994. I had it, because I want to see all the games, Sean B, thank you for super chat. He goes 606 touchdowns. Can't wait to see you in a Falcons jersey. We'll see. Let's see if he gets there. He might get 598 yards and 5 touchdowns, because that's what them Canadian rappers from Toronto do. They let you down at the end. You know what I mean? It ain't the Wu-Tang. So we'll see. But all right, a bet is a bet. If I said it, then I'll live by it. No question about it. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Another good week. Eagles are 4-0. We're flying high. Thank you for all the super chats, the subscribers, all the viewers, the mods. We love you guys. Click the link in the description. Go sub Up JoeyShakes. And with that said, we are going to let you guys go. And as always, let's let them losers from Dallas take us out. Peace.
Time for one more play. We have one more.
Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding.
You gotta be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What are you doing?
To get off the field on 3rd down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Kellen Moore, he's gotta be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had no time for one more
We
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
You
The
literally.
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us.
It's going to end the way
We had one better opportunity for one more play.
Hi, Michael Anthony, Fitness Hit MAF.